That's tough. So here's another example, guys. They're taking a bath. These people lost $220,000. They bought this in 2021. Yikes. We're talking $520,000 off of the original listing price. But even still, it's $220,000 under what they paid for it 3 years ago. That is tough. Welcome back, guys. I got a fun one here today. As you know, from time to time, I like to just scour the recently closed properties in my area of Southwest Florida, kind of see what kind of big price drops we're seeing, highlight some of the really crazy ones. Now, obviously, I don't know what happens on all these deals, but some of the times the story here is almost inconsequential when you see how crazy the price has been dropped from the original listing to what it actually sells for. You guys have seen some of these other videos of mine. They can get pretty crazy. They're still kind of crazy. I thought these would calm down a little bit because people are pricing in the area more reasonably than they have been historically. So I didn't expect to see as many of these recently as I have, but figured I'd go over a couple of them with you. If you guys have anything like this in your area of Florida that you want me to cover, feel free to leave maybe an address. If you've seen some crazy price drop, an address in my email box, or send them over in the comments. I would love to kind of know or take a look at them, maybe feature them on here in the future as well. But with all that being said, let's jump right into the first one. This is 14320 Palmer Ave. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square foot house. Brand new, guys. This thing is brand new. Looks like we're in 33953 of Port Charlotte. Let's take a look here. So pretty nice house from the outside. Yard could use some water, but that's about it. Nice paver driveway. That's an interesting entryway. I don't like when they put the wall there. I don't like when they put the railing up necessarily, but I don't know. I'd prefer an open space. But other than that, got some nice features on the ceiling. Let's get out of here. It's going to the full mode. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the divider with I guess it would bother me if it wasn't there either. It kind of separates the room. Not bad. Got your standard kitchen, got sliders. Pretty well done. Nicely updated. This is 365, guys. 1,800 square feet, brand new. I would argue this is a pretty good price for this house. Rooms seem like they're a decent size. Bathroom's done well. You got a tub with no privacy. Yeah. I guess you can get some blinds up there. What does the rest of it look like? So it's not screened in, but you still basically get a seating area outside. You could screen this at later. 365, not bad. Let's take a look at the price history. All right, so sold for 365, and it was it? Oh my God. Oh, come on. When does it stop? Holy cow. Guys, look at all these price changes to get the 365. Whoa. And it went pending at 390 they were asking, and they got 365 for it. Holy cow. Oh my God, that's three price changes in one day. June 1st, 400, 444, 439. I got to assume that 400 was an error. I don't know. The day before was 444. What is going on here? You know, sometimes agents will do this back and forth to kind of refresh the listing if it's stale. I don't think it's a great idea. It's actually you can get fined for it in our MLS, but it was 425 in April. This is wild. And I've seen a couple of these lately. I've seen these kind of go all over the place like this. It's not the first one. It was 388 April 4th. Like, this is crazy. What was the original listing price? In September of 2023, they originally listed it for $500,000. As you guys can see, after all this madness, closes at 365. On to the next one. We've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 1,400 square feet with a pool. Here again, this is 33981, so this is a little closer down to Inglewood and Port Charlotte. This is going to be on the other side of the Myakka River, and looks like they got 385 for it. Just sold. Let's take a look. What does 385 get you down there? Okay, so you're gonna need some flooring. The pool's cool. I like the pool. Let's take a look at that. Not bad. Pool looks like it's in good shape. Decent backyard. All right, you're going to have to do some flooring. You really don't have to do flooring. I mean, it looks like it's very well taken care of, but some people are going to want to come and take that carpet up. Pool area looks cool. 1,400 square foot house, not bad. What was it originally listed at? Oh my goodness. It was listed in March of 2022 for $525,000. That was frenzy time in the market. Looks like they couldn't get it then. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, it closed on May of 2022 for $465,000. So someone bought this in May of 2022, for 465, relisted it in September for 478, hoping to just get out from under it, and it looks like it closed at 385. Youch. So we're looking at, almost an $80,000 clip from what they purchased it just 2 years ago. That's insane. That's sort of some of the stuff that can go on here, guys. And I have to explain this. This is compounded in the fact that they probably overpaid for this house, but at the time they thought they got a deal. Like it was listed for $525, which is absolutely crazy. And it was $465. I'm thinking it was probably worth about $400 back then, but they paid, looks like it almost $65,000 over what the market value would have been back then. So yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. Let's see what Redfin's chart says about the value. Yeah, even Redfin couldn't put it up there at 5. Oh, it did. It did a few months later. So they bought this house. It went to $500,000 according to Redfin's estimates, and this estimates immediately looking like a good purchase. And even Redfin's chart just kind of sliding down here. They're saying it's worth about $415 now. So maybe somebody picked this up for a deal. Maybe there were some things that came up in the inspection that, heightened that price drop. But man, that's tough to see. All right, so the next property we have is going to be out in the Charlotte County Ranchettes. That's going to be east of 75, east of Punta Gorda here. I wouldn't call it out in the sticks, but there's definitely larger parcels out there, a lot of land, big parcels out there. So this was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet with a pool, sold for $505,000. It had 3.75 acres with it. That would have been unheard of, guys, for that price, and up until very recently. So let's see. I think that's a pretty low price. I mean, this pool looks great. That definitely is. I'm going to say that's a newer pool. The house is an 04. I think that looks like they added this later, but what a great pool area. Looks like they may have a detached garage in the back. Yeah, you're getting some serious land. That's a lot of mowing, guys. Better get some goats or something. And for built in 04, I mean, this is kind of the stuff I talk about. I talked about it in my last video. In 04, I said, 04 is an old house now, guys. It's old. The flooring's old. The structure may not be that old, but the flooring's old. The cosmetics are old. Some of the mechanicals are old. You wouldn't believe how many people in this area have houses from 2004 to 2010, and it's the same air conditioner that they started with. These things, some of them are very good, but, that's kind of end of life stuff. Looks like they may have done some upgrades here in the kitchen. That's a tough kitchen, though. That's a tight cooking area. All right, pink and black. Okay. So yeah, my big obstacle here is the flooring, the paint. You got to do some flooring and some paint. Nothing jumping out at me to be super major here. I mean, you got a nice outside area. That's awesome. Little outdoor kitchen area. You got the range here if you want to cook. That's a big space. $505,000 for this house, I think, is a pretty good deal. It's a little small, but the land, 3.75 acres, the land is a big deal. And what did they list it for? $595, so almost $100,000 clip. Whew. And man, how? See, this is the kind of stuff where I'm like, am I missing something? They dropped it to $575, but it closed at $505. What is going on there, guys? This was part of a multi-property sale, most likely because they combined the land parcels. But yeah, $575, or they may have taken some of those acres away. That's something they could have done too. But Redfin's analysis here is kind of interesting. $500 was its peak price, according to them, back in 2022. It really subsided, rose in our season, but now since they purchased it, it's actually skyrocketed in value from what they're saying. So they're saying since it sold, 10 days ago, it's up $34,000 in value. I don't know about that. They said it's up $81,000 in value since May. All right, for the next one, guys, we're going to hit the waterfront in Punta Gorda. I wouldn't leave it out. We've got a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2.5 bath, $2679 under air. Pretty big house, 3-car garage, just sold for $880,000. I can tell you without looking at what this was listed for, this was a 1.2, 1.5 potentially million house not too long ago. So let's take a look through it. Pool area is great, nice size. You've got your boat dock. Yeah, they got a lift. Pretty nice. You're right at the end of the canal there. It's going to be kind of hard to get a boat in and out of there, I guess. Sometimes that will affect the value, how easy it is to get in and out with your boat, obviously. A little Tuscan style, a little older Italian style, the colors. I like it. Okay. Columns. All right. Columns. Green sink. Green sink. Interesting choice. I don't know about that one. I don't know about green sink. But let's take a look at the pool area. Nice pool area. Plenty of space out there. You can still relax, jump in the pool. You can hit the sun if you want, stay under. Got the koozie. All right. What's it look like back here? That's a great view, guys. They call those $1 million views, but I guess it's an $880,000 view now. All right. So it sold for $880. What was it listed for? 1.4. I was pretty much right on the money there. That's what they could have got. What was it up in May? Yeah, in 2021, it was sold for 1.1. Ouch. Ah, man. That's tough. So here's another example, guys. They're taking a bath. These people lost $220,000. They bought this in 2021. Yikes. You would assume, even with inflation and everything, from 2021 till now, you're still going to make money. But there are instances like this. And this is why in my last video, I said I feel like Punta Gorda Isles, which is where this is, could be the epicenter of price corrections because, I mean, we're talking $520,000 off of the original listing price. That's insane, guys. That's the 25, 30% price drops that I'm telling you guys about. But even still, it's $220,000 under what they paid for it 3 years ago. That is tough. I feel for people like that. That's rough because that market, you didn't have time to consider anything. You had no time to really take your time and find a good house or do inspections or not waive contingencies. It was crazy. So that kind of sucks. I don't like seeing stuff like that. Now you want to see how crazy Redfin's estimator is? We know this house just sold for $800,000, but here Redfin has the most accurate online home estimate. Then why are you estimating this house that just sold for $880,000 at $1.3 million? And we know it's not $1.3 million because it was listed at 1.4 and it didn't get it done. What was the final listing price? It had to go down to $1 million and someone still clipped them for $120,000. That's nuts. All right, one more here, guys, and then we'll do some stats for the areas as well. We'll do a quick Charlotte County stat run through. So this is on Torrington Street. Parts of Torrington Street here in Port Charlotte are on it's mostly a canal. It's a drainage ditch. It's not going to go anywhere, but you throw a boat in, have a good time. Well, I don't know about a boat, but maybe a kayak, small. If you're going to row, you're good. No motors, no big motors. But part of this does expand out into, I wouldn't call it a lake, but it is a large body of water, and this is where this house sits. So this is a 3.2, 1,642 square feet with no pool, 305. Just based on the size and the age and the location, I would say this is a properly priced house because new construction can blow this out of the water mostly anywhere in Charlotte County right now. All right, we got some industrial carpet. It's interesting. Got a little work to be done here. If you don't like green. And the sad thing is, I will talk to sellers about it, but like this kitchen is fine. It's great. It's actually in great condition for what it is, but it's not, that doesn't make it worth top dollar. It doesn't make it desirable. You could have, it looks like they took very good care of this place, but nobody's going to come in and be like, green countertops. I've been searching for so long. Thank God I found them. You know what I mean? Like they're going to tear the countertops out most likely. Oh, what are you doing? Redfin, you busting up my display here. There we go. Red paint. The carpet is strange. This is like in that industrial style carpet. This was popular for a while. Green bathroom. So, you've got work to do here, guys. Even if the house is amazing, you're going to have to repaint it most likely. I do like that green though. And redo the vanities. This is the stuff that confuses me. This is a beautifully done ceiling out here. I really like when they do this wood. Why? Do the rest of the house. And I get people have to do it, piecemeal, piece by piece, and things happen. But that looks fairly new. That looks very nice out there. I don't know how I feel about it with the yellow, but you've got a nice view. Give me a view of the lake. So you'll see this little lake area back here. They got a fenced off area, additional shed. Not bad. You can see what I mean, guys. You can throw a kayak or something in here, a canoe. It's not going to, you're not going far, but it's a nice place to sit down at night, maybe have a few drinks, wake up, have a cup of coffee. It's not bad. It's a little mossy down there right now. Okay. Oh, so this is actually on the regular canal. This is not where this opens up. There is a nice lake that opens up, and this isn't that spot. But even still, not terrible. What did this sell for? 305. I think that's where this house should have been. The market said this is worth 305. That's exactly what I think this house might be worth. What did they originally list it for? Originally listed for $365,000, guys. Yikes. $50K off the original asking price, and they did a $30,000. Oh, I'm doing the math wrong. It's $60,000 off the original asking price. Guys, it's been a long day. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. $60K off the original asking price. So you knock $30,000 off, and then someone comes in and hits you with another $30,000. And let me tell you something, guys. To get another $30,000, they didn't offer 305. 305 from 365. That's a 20% off ask original listing price, guys. People are like, "You're nuts, Ben. These things aren't happening down here. No one's getting 20% off of their original asking price." Yes, they are. The people are not focusing on. They're looking at the 335, which is 10% off. Still, that's big. That's a 90%. But I'm looking at the original. What was it originally listed for? That's what I want to know. And it's 20% off here, guys. So what does Redfin say about this estimation? They say it's worth 320. Oh, look at this chart. Look at this chart, guys. 2021 worth 276. Skyrockets to 438 in the middle of 2022 summer. And then recently, yikes. Whoa. And they're saying, well, it's worth 16,000 more since they bought it a week ago. What? What? It's down 62K since May, but it's up 16,000 since it was purchased. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know how they get these algorithms, but in my opinion, I don't think they're worth too much. All right, guys. So we stayed in mainly Charlotte County here, but if you guys are seeing any of this around the state, shoot some things in the comments. Maybe email me over some of the listings. I'll feature them. It's nice to see what's going on elsewhere. Since we stayed in Charlotte right now, I will briefly hit the Charlotte numbers for June of 2024. These are the most recent. Our closed sales in the county up 4.8% from last July. No, I'm share my file. Get out of here. Jeez, paid and cash down 16.9%. Median sales price down almost 4%. Average basically staying stable at 1%. Dollar volume is up 6%, so total sold. But look at this. Median percent of original list price received down 4%. So it's down to 92% in Charlotte County. That's what you can expect on average to get from your asking price. That says original list price received, but it's not. It's the final one, like I showed you. That's not what they first listed it for. It's the final listing price before the home closed. So it doesn't account for any price drops. Taken about 67 days to get a contract on your house. That's up 139% from last year when it was only 28 days. Massive increase there. What is our inventory looking like? Active listings up 70% in Charlotte County year over year, going from 1,800 to 3,106. Guys, we have been over 3,000 listings for single-family homes. This does not count condos or townhomes. Now, for almost 6 months, almost at least 4 months, almost 6 months of over 3,000 homes. They just keep adding more and more. The listings, what are our new listings? They were actually down. Our new listings for the month were actually down almost 10%. We only listed 619 houses. We listed 684. And our pending sales were up 25% for the month of June, jumping from 405 to 505 this year. What that means is how many houses went under contract during the month of June. That's different from how many closed, as you can see up here. These are closed sales. How many sold? These are how many went under contract. We've seen a 25% increase in the amount of pending sales in our county, and the inventory is still up 70%. And we're listing less houses. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's take a look at month supply of inventory, up 45%, sitting at 5.1 last year when I started saying, hey, this might become a problem soon. And we are now at 7.4. That's not the highest I've seen it for single-family homes, but strictly buyer's market territory, technically speaking, in Charlotte County. And I do like to take you guys here really quickly. This is the median sales price. kind of stable again for the past 2 years. It is trending down. It's definitely lower than it was in 2022, but not massively. It has decreased. It bumps up and down during season, but not a dramatic price decline here. I mean, what was it last June? It was 380. Now this 365. We'll see if it continues. And average sales price, same exact thing, kind of just stable, not hitting the peaks again for sure, but not a dramatic fall, which is a little surprising when you look at our inventory of active listings. This was January 2020. You can see the major difference here. That's crazy. We had about 1,500 in 2020. Down here in the lows, we got close to 500 houses listed, guys. That's it. Only 500 houses. We have 6 times that now up here. We have 6x the inventory that we had in 2021. If this, in another 3 years, are we going to have, it's impossible. Can we have 6 more? Am I going to have 18,000 houses listed here? No, I don't think so, but this is very drastic. So you would expect a bigger price movement, but they've got some of that inflation baked in. Month supply of inventory actually finally taking a dip here in June. See, I told you it had been higher. It was higher. It was 7.7 in May. That is the highest I've seen it, but it finally dips here in June because we had so many additional pending sales, as you guys saw. But we were in the trenches here down in 21, 22. Barely 1 or 2 months of inventory, so to go to 7. That's almost a 4x increase on that as well. And foreclosures and short sales remain tight, guys. It's really only up 50%. We had 3 this year in June of 2024. We had 2 last year. It's not a lot. That's just, they're not materializing. A lot of people are like, oh, we're going to have all these foreclosures. They're coming, they're coming, they're coming. They're not here yet. If they're coming, I don't know. They're not showing up in the data currently. All right, guys, that's what I got for today. If you like this video, give me a like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.